This is all my gear, by the way. Most of my gear, I had to bring it to a shoot last Tuesday, which I was the DP for, called Preparation, which I was very excited for. That was actually before I get to the 2025 thing. But Preparation was like my last gig of 2024, because I'm not doing anything else. I just need to relax, especially after the 48-hour. I just need the rest of the year off in that regard. And now that I'm fit, it's only 2 more weeks to the end of the year. But anywho, I'm not going to actually relax now. I think about it because I got me up my friend Isaiah next Saturday to talk about his short film that we're doing in January. That's one of the 2 short films I was talking about. But Preparation is actually my first time using flags, silks, and stuff like that, going outside in that regard. Because like the last time I did anything outside, raise this up a little bit because I don't feel like bending over. The last thing I did anything outside was like in 2015, where I did a feature film, or 2015, called The Poet, which never came out, by the way. But when I did that film, a lot of that stuff was outside, and I didn't have access to flags, silks, like negatives, all bounces, all that stuff I barely had, and like it was a small crew and cast. So that was very tough. Which was nice about this Preparation thing is we had a nice size crew. Sorry, not cast. We had 2 actors, 2 actresses. I mean, but we had a nice size crew, which was very helpful, especially for them moving the 8x8 that we had as well, and like the not 8x8, but 5 times 4 and 5, whatever it was. It was like fast frames from Intelitech. But yeah, I brought all this shit in, but I haven't really put it away. But that brings me to my point of 2025. Like the main goal of 2025 is really collaboration. That is the main goal, is to collaborate more. Collaboration is like the biggest thing I think I gotta work on this year. Collaboration is gonna be really key, especially like trying to use things like Frame.io again, using things like Lucid Link maybe. I don't know yet. That one's a little tough to like make a call on right now. But even like just in general, like giving up my own ideas also, in the sense of like if I have an idea, like in our Discord, we have something called the Mobius chair because it's all kind of based off of comics, but we have an idea board or idea channel in our Discord, and basically what that does is if I have an idea, from me and my perspective of things, if I have an idea, I'm going to tell people my idea, right? Now, I'm not going to be married to the idea of if someone wants to take it on. I'm not going to be upset about the idea if someone wants to take it on and like do it themselves, like work on it themselves, or like help me expand the idea, which is great too. But I don't want to be held to like, oh, I wrote the idea, I want to direct it. No, I don't care about directing. That's like that is the least of my problems. That's the least of my concerns. Again, reiterating, cinematography, and camera operation. That's really what it is. That's why I love doing in-gaffing and stuff like that. All those things of being below the line really is who I am, right? That's who I am, is that guy. So I'm cool with that. It doesn't matter to me about like, oh, I have to direct, oh, I have to do this, I have to do that. Because again, you have to understand that you can't do everything. You just, first, like you're not going to be good at everything. People who say they're good at everything, yeah, they need to look at themselves in the mirrors because they're not good at everything. Like, a jack of all trades is a master of none is the old saying, right? So there's a lot there to unpack in that regard. Screw those people. Like, I can't. Like there's a lot of filmmakers in general that I just, like, people I just need to understand, like, hey, stop being a prick. I mean, I think I learned a lot about myself also in the last few months, especially, like, who I am, right? I learned about who I am. I'm older now. I guess, hopefully I'm wiser too. But yeah, it's just interesting to see what things can be accomplished when you actually like can get it done. So I don't know. I'm just like, I just want to make good product. I want to make good product as in films, commercials, like all those things. I want to make a good product for everyone. And that's like always what I want. That's always like my number one root of concern is to do that and not embarrass everyone, right? Or have people embarrassed by what we made. So yeah, your own hardest critic, but at the same time, you have to. I think like what I'm also understanding too is like, perfect's never perfect. Like your idea of perfect is someone else's idea of good. If I can make 6 shorts or 6 spec commercials or anything of that nature, the ground floor we're saying, they don't always have to be perfect. They have to be better the next time. So if it's not great, it's going to be good. So each good can get better and better each time because we need to I think also something that I realized too is like we just need to practice more. That's like we need to get more reps in, and also like how can we benefit ourselves as creatives and get paid for it too? Because again, too, like it boils down to this. Like let's be honest here. Like there are a lot of people online that make movies, and those movies blow chunks. I mean, they suck. And it's always, you know, we always look at it like, oh man, that movie was terrible, yada, yada, yada. And it's like, well, why didn't we do one? Why didn't we make a movie? Why didn't we do that? Like, there's unlimited possibility here to do that and not like say, oh, we shoulda, woulda, coulda, when it's like, oh, we can. Like, the bar, let me explain something to you. If I'm going to be blunt, and I told this to people before, and I don't really care who is in the community listening to this, but this is Vegas. This is the bar in Vegas for filmmaking. It's low. And that's the thing. If you just go over the bar, you're doing better than everyone else. So there's, and even like if you look at the stuff that's on the streaming sites like Tubi and stuff like that, they're not the greatest thing ever. People are like, oh, that's a Tubi movie. That's this, that. But even like look at Peacock, they don't have like sometimes the greatest choices of movies, and even Paramount Plus also, you know? So like just in general, streaming, there's a better chance for your film getting on streaming than it is to, you know, get a distribution deal in like, you know, from Sundance or some shit like that. But like, I think the thing is we have to play the ball. We have to play the ball in our court and basically just, you know, do it. Just make stuff, put it out there, see what happens. That's like the best. That's like the best thing I can tell you. Like that's what I think 2025 also is to me. Is like, again, it's about getting the name out there more. So if I can get my name out there more, that not just my name, but my friends' names who are working on these projects with me, that makes everyone, that will make everyone like better, and like everyone will get noticed now. And like the more they get noticed, the more like, hey, they got noticed. I feel great about that. Like I'm the toughest person on myself. I want to make sure everyone on my set's good, everyone on my crew is good. I care less about myself than anyone. I will care more about my crew and my cast than myself on a set. And I care about their safety and their well-being and just them having a good time and doing good work. Because if we can all just do good work together, then we're all making good work together. And that's yeah, I'm kind of just rambling here. I'm kind of just feeling pretty good about this like therapeutic section of me just talking about shit in general too. But, okay. Jesus Christ, okay. This ripped. I'm just upset about that. Okay. So I used to have 10 sandbags, but now I got like 7. Like they have ripped, which I don't understand how. I mean, I don't even put a lot of weight into these things, but like sandbags suck sometimes. They're great, but they suck. I gotta throw this out. I'm sorry, Dan. I don't use this, and if there's anything for me to use this for, like there's no padding here or anything like that. Like, and I don't have a camera. I have a camera that has this stuff already, so I don't think I'm gonna keep this. I don't have anything. I think he's gonna throw it out anyway, so I'm just gonna chuck it. This is crazy because like I think this is the Red Rock. Yeah, I remember So this is the Red Rock Micro here. Oh, that can be shown. But if you want to know about being a filmmaker in the 2011s, 2010s, 2012, around that time, from what I recall, Red Rock Micro was the company that you want the gear from. I don't even know if they're still around because I never see anyone like talk about them anymore. But this was something that like these were like $700 for these at one time, and I got like Pro Aim instead. But like still like these were the ones you're like, oh, I gotta get a Red Rock Micro, you know, rig or some shit like that. So I'm kind of gonna look that up later if they're still around. I'm kind of curious. 5D days. Oh my God, 5D Mark II. This is a mess. This is a mess that I made myself because I try to rush it and I try to organize stuff, and then I have to take stuff from other cases, as you see, and then I have to like basically, wow, this is me being really lazy. Like, had to take that stuff out and then go, I need to fix this later on. That's what I gotta do now. I gotta fix this all and kind of organize it, and like it's all, oh, I don't want to touch this stuff at all. This is such a tangly mess and a dangly mess. So much fun times coming. Yay. I've been tempted lately to buy Studio crates. Kind of want to get rid of these things, like, because these soft cases are nice, but I kind of want to get a Studio crate to put like 2 lights in, and maybe it would lessen like the load of all this stuff. But my wife also mentioned that might not be a good idea because you might, you know, like, what if you don't need that light? Then I'm like, well, that makes sense too. But I also think about it too, where I'm like, well, I can just bring both in. It's just one case instead of like 2 different cases to take up more room in my car. My car is like maxed out. I'm now like at a point where it's like, I need a bigger car. Like, you know, you know that point when you're like, oh shit, I had a van, but crap, I had to sell it because it wasn't working. Oh crap, I have a Scion XB that fits this much shit. I can't fit anything else in there. Oh crap, can someone else come to my house and basically help me put gear in their car and we can drive up to shoot? Even though I like to be prepared and bring as much as I can. Like when I'm supposed to shoot my friend Dan's short in January, I'm doing a 2-day trip where I'm doing like all the things I think I need. I'm gonna bring up everything there, kind of leave it there, and then like also like just have it ready and prepped. So it's like one less thing to worry about when we actually shoot the following day, and like then bring the camera stuff the next day. I'm still figuring this all out. But if I had to think about that problem and like worry about like what gear I have to bring that's most important, and then go, well, fruitcakes, what can I, like I'm now stacking to my roof and I can't see out my back window. That's a problem. That's not just a problem, that's becoming a bigger problem and a bigger issue. And so I'm not looking to get another car anytime soon. So I have to like kind of live with this for a little bit, but just something to think about, like just don't have a sports car if you're a filmmaker, or at least have a secondary car if you want a sports car, but have a van, have a bigger car, have like a, you know, something I loved when I worked in the news was we had Ford Explorers, and that could fit a bunch of things. So that was always fun to be able to fit a lot of stuff into that car when I worked news, and was able to put like a couple crates in there, my ENG camera, my tripod, and then like 2 crates, and like with a bunch of XLRs and SDI cables and stuff like that. So that was always nice to have as well. But yeah, it's now something I have to think about. So that's always fun. Also, I'm just really looking forward to 2025 because I feel like there's just a lot of big things on the horizon that could happen, and potentially I think there's a lot of promise so far if we're looking positively into the next year that, you know, it could be a good year. And I think, you know, I always say this to myself, it's like, you know, being born in 89, I always think my odd years are my good years. My even years are not bad, they're not the greatest. So basically, 2025 is an odd year, and it's gonna be a great year, I think. So I'm looking forward to 2025. Making it more, you know, making it work for me, making it work for my friends, making films, making shorts, making commercial stuff. Like, you know, just getting that stuff out there, getting our names out there, getting us further reach. So that's what I'm looking forward to the most in 2025. And I see a clear vision and a clear future, and I can't wait to get there. It's like you know, once the holidays pass, we gotta start now. So that's where we are with that. But my least favorite part, wrapping cables, especially these thicker ones I have. Oh my God, so annoying. This is when you don't care anymore and you're like, oh my God, this is gonna be a workout. This is a workout because it will make you sweat. Put the 50 in this. Actually, these are wrapped, which is nice, so don't worry about those. This is so thick. I realized I got a thicker gauge than the other ones in here, so I think it's like a 14 gauge extension. And basically, I don't know why I did that. Because I was at one time kind of just going, oh, I need to get these, and I need to get this, and I need to get this one just to have, and I totally messed up there. You know, you learn to make mistakes, but these still work well. But again, these are also pricier the higher the gauge, I believe. If I'm mistaken, this was a lot more money. But this is, again, they got this like a handful of years ago, but oh my God, this is a rat's nest that I never seen. Even trying to wrap this the proper way of like the over-under method, it doesn't really work. Because it's so thick that it's like not even gonna want to work with me when I do that. So even me just trying to do this whole thing is like the worst. My shoulders are already hurting. Like that's how, like either I'm weak, which probably is one of the cases. I haven't gone to the gym in like 2 months because ever since the sun's been going down earlier, you just become lazier to do shit. And I mean, it's tough. You're like, oh, it's 9 o'clock. It's like, oh no, it's only 6 o'clock. And you're like, oh shit, do I really want to go to the gym? Do I really want to go work out right now? I should commit myself to doing that because I need to do that. Because a non-film goal of mine is to actually run a 5K marathon next year. I'm about 192 pounds. I want to get to about 171 by the end of 2025. So that's a big goal of mine. So I need to really do workouts and be more mindful and vigilant as well with the stuff. I mean, I was telling a friend if every weekend was a 48-hour film festival, I hit my goal. I'd hit my goal by the end of the year because it is so stressful. So, yeah, I did it. So yeah, that's another personal non-film related goal of mine. So yeah, I did this quickly because it's a lot to go through and a lot to do too to organize this. So I kind of want to do that right now. I'm feeling a little lazy at the moment. So, because again, I had to now take all this stuff upstairs, the last 3 cases and the batteries, and then once that's done, I have to put that away. So let's get to that. Okay, y'all. Everything's brought upstairs now, so all my gear is up here now. I need to put away, and I'm gonna put that away. So not today, maybe tomorrow, most likely tomorrow. You know, something I learned from a 2-story house is I wish I had a master bedroom on the bottom floor to put this gear closer to that instead of up and downstairs. It gets a little tiresome after a while, but tomato, I still love this. So I'm young and spry. Whew, Jesus, Christmas, that's fun. But anyway, thanks for listening. Hope you guys have a great day, great week, great month, great end of the year. See you in 2025. But again, you know, comment below if you have any questions. Again, I'm gonna do a video on this piece right here. That's gonna go into your iPhone, right? And then connect this to your Deity, and then a SSD hard drive into your iPhone, and then you can use those 2 things into your iPhone, and then you're basically good to go to basically do some basically, oh my God, what, I can't think of the word. Basically, you'll do some smartphone filmmaking.